Hello everyone, this is Selkek, also known as Paul Elia, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. If you remember last time, let me open up the map view. The Python Light Mark I satellite took a trip to Minmus, collected some science, and beamed it back to Kerbin. Unfortunately though, beaming back science via radio antenna does not give you a whole lot of science. So thus, the higher-ups in the administration here at the Kerbal Space Program have decided we needed to send a manned mission to Minmus. So I have been tasked with designing a rocket to achieve such a feat of engineering. It's going to be based off of the Python Light Mark I. My naming convention is just terrible. I wish you could rename parts here. So let me pop this up, give you a refresher on what it was. It was a 5-engine, big fuel tank type of dealio, and it had a little probe body on it with some solar panels and science bits and whatnot. So we're going to design something similar in order to get a Kerbal to Minmus. And I think it's time we move away from the Python naming scheme, and it's time that we develop a new piece of technology now that we've got more advanced parts. We've got like fuel lines and stuff like that. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to create a new rocket, and I will bring you guys back in when I am done with it. Okay, everyone, welcome back. So here we go. I'm calling this the Selene Mark I. And as you notice, it is exactly the same as the rocket that launched our probe, except not quite. There are a number of differences. First being, if you look in here at this complex fuel triangle I have made, and the staging, these two columns here, as denoted by the green highlight, will drop off first. Their fuel will be funneled out into this row, and then into the middle stage as well. And then these two columns will go, and then the center column will go. So hopefully by shedding this extra weight, we will get a little bit of extra force out of the fuel we are taking up with us. Then I have added a slightly larger fuel can here on the landing stage than what the probe was carrying, due to the fact that this is going down to the surface and then it has to return all the way back to Kerbin. That is the ultimate goal, is to get to Minmus and then come back. And hopefully we won't have to do any sort of mission abort or rescue mission or anything like that, because a rescue mission would suck quite a bit, actually. Designing a rescue mission would not be fun. So I think we are all ready to go where no Kerbal has gone before. As you can see, I have chosen an appropriate pony-based flag for this mission, and we are, I think, ready for liftoff as soon as we pick a crew member, because I don't want to risk my three main dudes here. I think Hanster Kerman, you are preparing to go to Minmus. Now then, I did a little bit of research, and from what I can gather, in map view, when you need to go to the Mun, you need to put it at 90 degrees from up. So Mun 90 degrees from up. For Minmus, however, because Minmus moves so slow, it looked like people were saying you need to do a smaller slice of the pie. So either way, what I'm going to end up doing is putting myself in a nice circular orbit around Kerbin, and then messing around with the maneuver nodes in order to see if what people were saying was a bigger slice or if it was indeed the larger slice. I'm not sure. It's either one of these kind of angles here. So it's either this angle, which to me does not make a whole lot of sense, but that's what it sounded like when I was reading it, or it could be this angle, which, because of how long it takes you to whip out to that, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm not super familiar with going to Minmus. I've only done it, I think, a handful of times. So we are going to go. I've got the usual fair of science bits on there. I have no transmitter, so I do have to bring the science back if I want to get the science. Otherwise, this will be a failed mission. SAS is enabled. Throttle is most of the way up. I have all 5 engines queued up and ready to go. So 3, 2, 1. Boom! And it flies upwards. Alrighty. I'm not going to bore you guys with another launch. I will bring you back in when I do staging and whatnot, though. So, Alright guys, fuel is rapidly dwindling in these tanks. We haven't gotten very high actually, I'm kind of surprised how fast it went. And dropping them. Alright. Well, there we go. Our speed dipped a little bit, but it is recovering. Alright, now we are now we look like a heavy lifter or something like that, with the 3 giant tanks all stacked next to each other. So we are draining out of these, and not draining out of this middle stack. So let me just pop open the map here, because we need to be able to see our apoapsis once we get up to velocity. And there we go, we're already starting to drain on these larger outside tanks. Here's to a good orbit, guys. Alright guys, we're looking at about 100 kilometers as our apoapsis. We don't need a maneuver node to circularize. What am I thinking? I know how to circularize. But as you can see, we got just a bit of fuel left here, so these stages will be falling back down to the ground when we are done with them. But we have successfully made it to space. Alrighty, so we are about a minute off. Let's do just a little bit of time warpy. There we go. Minute off. And let's start our burn. I do wish to be in this view though, so I can watch my fuel, because I know that that is not enough fuel to circularize. Boom and boosh. Blast off from between them. Thankfully, because we're in space, they don't move at all once I jettison them. Alright, and here we go. This is great. With all of those extra fuel tanks gone, our weight is a whole lot better, our weight to thrust ratio, even with just the one engine. And we still got this whole tank with the gimbaling engine in there, so we should be fine and dandy for making it to Minmus. As long as circularization can happen, that is. So, I'll just sit here and watch the map view go. Alright, we do have to ditch this engine. Now we've burned up that fuel tank really quickly, trying to circularize. And we'll send it a-tumbling through space, because we don't like it. We don't want it bothering us no more. Alright. So there we go. Roughly circular. Set Minmus as our target. And so we need to come around here to the descending node. And we need to match. And by match, we do this. That will mean we've matched it. And then so once we've done that, we've just made our ascending descending 90 degrees from where it started. We will then get ourselves in the proper spot to start doing some test runs with maneuver nodes in order to find out where and how and stuff to burn. So is it this way? No, it must be this way. There it is. We're burning north. I should have realized that because we are tilting up. So I will show you our fuel situation here. Our fuel situation is plenty. Still in this tank, and then we've got this tank as well. So we might actually be wasting a bunch of fuel. We might be like ditching this or something like that. I don't know. Or we might just land with this, because you really don't need landing gear for Minmus. Anyway, let's do a little bit of time warp here. Just a few minutes. There we go. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Alright, so we need a 9-second burn. And I'm going to be a bit more calculated with this. So I'm going to wait until it says 5 seconds. Well, okay, I'll wait until 6 seconds, and then I'm going to full thrust up, so that the 9-second burn should coincide right around 0 seconds, because we want to be rather precise about this. So 10, 9, 7, 6. Okay, hold for the full. 2, 1. Alright, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Let's just do a bit minor adjustments on the button. Alright. So there we go. Ascending, descending. Hopefully that means we're rather lined up. I think I'm doing bad things. Let me burn south for a moment and see what happens. Yeah, okay. We got fuel to spare. I'm not worried. Alright, so assuming we are on the same plane, if I put a maneuver here and kick it out, not that far. Oh, it is the short one. Interesting. So we want an encounter, something like that, I guess. That looks good. That looks good. Oh, it's gonna be throwing us off a bit. Alright, we'll do some adjustments, we'll do some landing, but that looks like a perfectly good maneuver to me. Where is my blue dot? Where is my blue dot? Whoa. Okay, that's an interesting burn. Oh, I see, because I'm tilted so much that it's gonna move up. Yeah, okay. I get it, I get it. We're good, we're good. So it's gonna be 30 seconds. Let's just, there we go, 30 seconds. And we'll do a full burn here. Let's just take a look at our rocket. There it is. Blasting off at the speed of light. I almost slipped into Team Rocket. Blasting off at the speed of light. Surrender now. We're prepared to fight. You know, that whole thing. Alright, so this is okay, we're very rapidly. It's not gonna be in the way. It's in the way if we were moving, you know, super fast, but it's not actually gonna be in the way when it comes time for us to fly past it. There we go. Mun periaps. There we go. There we go. That's good. That's good. That's good. And it's, look, we're gonna have zero gravity effect. We're gonna be so far away from it. We're gonna be just inside its gravity well, but not actually near it enough for it to really mess with our orbit at all. So what I'm going to do is get out there and make adjustments. So the min-miss periapsis is quite large, so if I put up a maneuver note here and slow myself down a bit. No, if I do that. Okay. Okay, clear that out. Min-miss periaps of 220. So if I pull it over, that's helping a bit. Okay. All right. You know what? I'll just wait till I'm in orbit around the rock, and then I will deal with it, because it's very difficult to read stuff due to the fact that my second orbit, my purple line here, is so dang close. Look at that. We're not even gonna be inside its gravity for so long. We're making a hard right angle, apparently. I don't understand that at all. But okay. If that's what the thing says we're doing. There it is. It's right there. I can see it now. We're about to click over. Oh, we're moving so fast, guys. Look at that. 85 meters per second. Alright, so this makes a whole lot more sense. So we'll add a maneuver here, and we will brake, pulling the wrong tab. Maybe that's why I was having issues. I'm not paying attention to what tabs I'm pulling. And we want to get ourselves down in a nice orbit. A nice orbit. Okay, so where's the reverse? Because we're going to be putting ourselves on there. And it's going to take us 2 hours to fall in. Look at that. Look at that beautiful little rock. What is his name? Hamster? Hamster, look at that. You're going to be down there, buddy. Very soon. Alright. So it's going to be a 6-second burn. Let's put ourselves back in map view. And might as well just do it. We need to kill off a whole bunch of the speed we've been picking up falling towards it. So you can see our crazy orbit if we were to escape, but we don't want to escape. We want to stay. Alright, there we go. We've put ourselves in. Now all we need to do is pick a good landing site. I think I want to land on the ice somewhere. You know what? Actually, why don't we just go for a landing? Boop! Right like that. We'll just come in, we'll land right on that ice. Bish bosh bash, we'll call it a day. Oh, I forgot I'm going this way though. Dang it. Alright. So we're orbiting backwards. So I will waste a bit more fuel in order to do that. I guess what I'll do is once I've come around like that, I'll just do something like this. Yeah, this'll work. Alright. So this is really weird. We're coming around this way. Our other satellite is coming around the other way. Hey, it's actually near us. Somewhere here in space. Maybe if I make it a target. Oh, there it is. There it is. Alright. No, I want to unset target. Okay. So, I will put us on the dot. How much fuel do we got? A little bit. A little bit. We might leave this canister here. It's probably a good idea, actually. The little engine on this should be enough to get us home. So we need to just burn off some fuel, or some speed here. T-minus 1 minute. As usual. We'll wait till around 30 seconds and call it good enough. Just a nice slow burn. Barely using any of that fuel. Yeah, we're going to try and touch down with this. If not, we can always just jettison it and use the lander proper. Coming in. 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boosh. Boosh! Alright, so unfortunately the ice has moved. Minmus has rotated around. But we can always just fly over to it. If need be. So let's flip ourselves upright a bit. And let's see where exactly are we coming down. I don't really like that. So let's aim a bit further than that. There we go. So we are stuck at warp 10 as our minimum. We're going to pass right over this hill here. Alright, this is a good landing point, I believe. So with our fuel gauge up, so that we may monitor our situation. Going to start killing our horizontal speed. All right. So now it's just going to be a nice peaceful drift on over this way. Yes, I realize I am adding horizontal velocity. It's kind of stupid, but I want this to be a nice smooth landing. Thank you very much. So this is crazy, actually. Pull up that radar altimeter. What's our map say we're gonna be doing? Our map says we're gonna be coming right in here. Perfect. Alright, so now we're basically just falling down. Cannot warp faster while below 3,000 meters. Alright, so now we just literally have to fall. If it comes down to it that we're not going to be able to land with this attached to us, I will be more than willing to... You know what, actually... we're going to save it. We're going to save it. What's our radar altimeter doing? Very slowly ticking down. Very slowly. Very slowly. Okay. There's a really, really steep hill here that I do not want to land on. So without adding to our horizontal, or without adding to our vertical, I'm going to do this. And kind of push us along, out and away from the hill. Out and away, out and away. We're still 1,000 feet up, so the ice is very close to being sea level, according to this gauge. Oh, we got a shadow. That's good. Alright, looks like we're over the ice to me, so I'm going to go ahead and start killing off this. And... we are so close to being out of fuel. We are out of fuel. Alright, I'm going to jettison it. And deploy my landing gear. Weep. The engine has been activated. Check a radar altimeter. Okay, we're coming in. We need to be under 10 meters per second for a safe landing. Alright. And touchdown. Look at that beautiful landing we just had there. Alrighty. So, now that we're here, of course, the customary thing to do is go EVA and plant a flag. Touchdown on the ice. Alright. Handster, plant your flag. Let us all bask in the glory that is the flag of Princess Luna. Oh yeah, alright. Minmus landing site Alpha. We are so good at this. They should pay us. Alrighty. So Hamster Kerman, looking super proud, moving in the super slow motion because there is so little gravity here that if he were to jump, he would simply float away. Look at him. He's got mad hops. He's wearing his Air Jordans. Alrighty. So, let us do a bit of science. And by do a bit of science, I mean put him back in the ship and open all of our science goodies so that he can then grab them. So we're going to do one of the goo canisters. What biome are we in? Oh, goo. Minmus's Lesser Flats. Alright. We will keep that data. We might as well do the materials bay here as well. 125 science. Look at that delicious science. While the material samples were processed, you began to turn your thoughts to how much Minimus looked like a mint dessert, and have observed that you are now hungry. Alright, that's good to know. Let's take a temperature reading. Log the temperature, please. Collected and recorded temperature data from the environment. 40 science. That's great, actually. Alright, let's write a crew report. The crew's assessments of Minmus's Lesser Flats. Okay, and now he needs to EVA once more, so that he may grab all of that delicious science. Boom, boom, boom. Slide down, landing. Alright. Collect the data. Yep, alright. Data collected. Come on, the thruster pack was not responding. Alright, collect the data. Remove data. Can I reach? Nope, I gotta jump across. Take data. Alright, data stored. Let's grab a surface sample from the Lesser Flats. Take a surface sample. The surface seems to consist of tiny crystal-like grains. Very pretty. Probably not edible. 150 science points for that. Alright, and so we will jump him back up inside. Science all stored. Look at that. So we got 4 pieces of data. We've got the crew report. We've still got one more mystery goo. I think so. When we blast off from here, well, we're actually quite far away from those mountains. I thought we were a whole lot closer than we probably actually were. As we fly up back into orbit this way, I want to try and stay low over here and see if this mystery goo will be a different biome. So that's what we're going to try and do, and then we'll blast up into orbit, obviously, and try and head back. Hopefully we have the fuel for it. Because Minmus gravity is so low, I can't imagine we need too much fuel to get up off of it. So here we go. Took a quick drink. We need to engage thrusters, rotate around, and then tilt 90. Alright, I'm going to stay on the super low power because I do wish to have some more control. Okay, we do need to go up though, not like straight over. I don't want to be killed on the hills. Alright, landing gear up. Alright. Alright, so I gave us some horizontal. We just need to go vertical now. Let me, the only thing is I'm going to have to EVA out and grab that. When it comes time for it. Let me just kind of float now. I'm watching my vertical speed. I don't want my vertical speed to ever dip below 0, though. Alright, let me try. Observe mystery goo. Alright, yeah, well in space near Minmus. Alright, close enough. I don't want to do another landing. So let's just blast off, shall we? Alright. So we'll do a roughly circular orbit here once we get up into space. Look at that, just a quick little blast from our engines and we are golden. Alright, we have 5 minutes. Do we risk an EVA for 5 minutes? Not when we are... Oh, okay, we're in orbit already. Well, that was fast. There it is, Mid-Mist Landing Site Alpha. I'll wait till we're on the return trip to do the EVA to grab it. Or perhaps while we're waiting for the capsule to slink back around for the departure maneuver node. Alright, come on. Alright, 30 seconds. Close enough. A little bit of a burn. Where's that resources? Get back out here, resources. I need to see you. Alright, there we go. A circular orbit. We're still pretty low orbit. I'm going to pop him out. EVA. Thruster pack. And drift him over here. Collect the data. And then F to grab on. Oh, he's drifting. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. How do I... What's the button for the thing? Alright, F to grab. F to board. Got him in. Awesome. I don't know all the controls. Makes it very difficult to play. Alright. So, then. Let's talk about Kerbal. I'm assuming plopping it over here and burning is going to increase like it does on the Mun. So plopping it here and increasing would do the opposite. A Mun encounter, we don't want that. We want that. An insertion burn that will ping us into the atmosphere. So it's going to take us 10 seconds to properly do this maneuver. So let us get down to... Oh, we passed it. Go, full blast. Boop. And... I'm watching the number go down. And down. And down. And down. Quite far. Alright. And now it is just a matter of time warping out of here. Okay. So here we are, guys. We've passed lunar orbit. And we're coming in very, very fast. There's the Mun. And there's Kerbal. We're just plummeting straight into the atmosphere. Literally plummeting straight into the atmosphere. So what I'm going to attempt to do is, once we get a little bit closer, is slow myself down. But I want to fall. According to this, if theoretically we could just keep going straight through Kerbal, we would loop back around and meet the Mun, which is, I think, is pretty dang awesome. Alright, so I've got a lot of fuel, and I'm just going to go ahead and slow myself down. Because I do not want to... You know what, that's not making nearly any difference at all. So let's just hit the atmosphere, and then we'll worry about it. We are coming in not so steep, I don't think. We'll find out. Alright, we've hit the atmosphere. We've cut into physical time warp land. SAS is off, so the craft may automatically roll and whatnot, as it does. I'm going to full burn in order to help myself out. Because I am a little bit concerned about hitting the atmosphere at 3,000 meters per second. I do have my abort button configured, so if I need to have some abort the landing for some reason, I can do so. Alright, we're hitting the atmosphere. We are on fire. G-forces are rising. But they're not too bad, not too bad. Oh yeah, this is just fine. This is just fine. We're going for a nice ocean splashdown. Boosh. Perfect. Look at that. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and deploy my chute so that it will provide some drag as I come down. And I still got some fuel on this, which I'm going to burn up slowly as we drift down in. Alright. You know what? We might as well just decouple that. We don't need it. We don't need it. The only thing we need is our parachute and our solar panels, because all of our data is safely stored in here. So I'm going to go ahead and physical time warp myself. Parachute has opened. Watching the radar. We can just use this though because we are landing in the ocean, which is at sea level. Alright, here we go. 60 meters. He could probably jump out and survive right about now if he wanted to. I wouldn't recommend it though, it would hurt. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boosh! A successful water landing for Hansa Kerman. Recover the vessel. Let us see all of our delicious science. We're going to get the recovery bonus. Okay, so crew report, 25 science. Material study, 125 science. Mystery goo, 50. Temperature scan, 40. Surface sample, 150. Mystery goo, 30. Recovery of vessel, 37.7. 458 science earned on that mission. That is amazing. Let's spend it. We immediately want to spend it. We don't want to waste time doing other stuff. So I think that advanced construction parts are awesome. It's the bigger 3-meter stuff. We're going to need those. So let's get those. Is this docking? Oh, this is docking. Requires advanced construction. 160. I'm going for docking. Docking is my thing. I also want to get advanced electricity parts. Bam. So we have 120 science, so we cannot buy one of those, but we can buy one of these. So is there one in here that looks good? Advanced flight control has the advanced SAS and a different probe body. Or we can get the landing leg and the runway. I'm going to go with the different probe body. So bink, bank, bonk. Oh, we needed it to get these parts anyway. All right, so we got some dark gray ones that I can't see yet. How interesting. We've also unlocked the large electronics, and we've unlocked a different communicator and a different accelerometer to eventually get. And Advanced Metalworks has the separators and the Clampotron Junior. So this contains the Hitchhiker storage container, the shielded docking port, and the regular docking port. So we don't have a pro body docking port yet, but that is okay. This means we can start construction on a space station. I'm thinking we're going to be putting a space station in lunar orbit first, and then try and get all the science we can off of the various lunar biomes. I think that will be a great endeavor for us to undertake. Get all the science we possibly can out of the moon, and then go to Minmus. So basically, the space station I'm going to be designing is going to have the mobile science lab, and it's going to have the ability to receive fuel tankers and stuff like that for refueling landers and whatnot. And it's going to be crewed. I want to have a couple of Kerbals out there on it doing all of this science stuff. So that will be the goal of the next few videos, is setting up this space station. It's obviously going to have to be sent in chunks into moon orbit and then assembled there. Hopefully it'll go well. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time.